I want to talk about least common denominators and where that's going in harder algebra topics. If I have two fractions like 9/20ths and let's say 1/30th, and I want a common denominator, which we need for adding and subtracting, then I can always multiply those two together. 20 times 30 is 600. 600 is a common denominator for both of those, but it's not the least common denominator. So there's two ways of finding the least common denominator. I'll show you both, and you can decide which way you like better. One way is to figure out what factors are in each number that need to be represented in the new denominator. So this is what I usually do. I usually start with a 2. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 5 is 10. So I've just broken down the 20 into its prime factors. So I know that 20 is 2 times 2 times 5. 2 times 2 is 4 times 5 is 20. If I break down 30, it looks like this. I start with the 2. 2 times 15 is 30. And then I need to break down that 15. 2 doesn't go into 15, but 3 does. 3 times 5. And neither of those break down. They're both prime. I have 2 times 3 times 5. So in order to make a common denominator, I need to represent the most times that each of those factors appears. So here, I need 2 2's. I only need 1 2 over here, but since the 20 needs 2 2's, we're going to put 2 2's in our denominator. And then there's a 5 here and a 5 here, so that satisfies both of them. I'll put a 5. But I also have a 3 over here, and so I have to put a 3 to satisfy the 30. So I multiply 2 times 2 times 5 times 3. 4 times 5 is 20 times 3 is 60. My common denominator is going to be 60. And then I can continue on converting these fractions to having the bottom be 60. 20 times 3 is 60, so I'll do 9 times 3 for the top. 9/20ths becomes 27 60ths. And then if I want to convert 1/30th, 30 times 2 is 60, and so I have to do 1 times 2 on the top to get 2 60ths. So 27 60ths is the same as 9/20ths. 2 60ths is the same as 1/30th. Now, depending on what my problem was, I can add them or subtract them. I have now made my pizzas into pizzas that are cut into 60 pieces instead of one pizza that was cut into 20 and a different pizza that was cut into 30. So now I have equal size pieces. So let me show you one other way of getting to the same answer. If I look at 20 and I start to do, instead of factors of 20, I do multiples of 20. I could have 20, 40, 60, 80, etc., right? And I'll have to keep going if I don't find something that matches with the 30. When I'm doing 30, I have 30, and 30 plus 30 is 60, and then 60 plus 30 is 90, and I really don't have to keep going this far because I have come up with the first common multiple, which happens to be the least common multiple for both of those, and I can use that for a least common denominator. Okay, so let me now show you where this goes. Can't really get this to move very easily. I think I'll make a second video and stick it on with this and show you the extension of this concept. In the meantime, you can use this technique of finding a common multiple, or you can use this technique of finding the factors that you have to have in your least common denominator.